Welcome back. Insane. You won't believe what this man was doing when he stabbed a woman in a convenience store. A man killed his mother on Mother's Day and showed up to a grocery store with what appeared to be her head. He stabbed a clerk before being subdued. Another example of a demon in human skin. From Fox News, a man killed his mother on Mother's Day at a rural Oregon home, then showed up at a grocery store in a nearby town carrying what appeared to be a human head and began stabbing a checkout clerk before being subdued, authorities said Monday. That is brutal. Sheriff's deputies would not say if the mother's body was decapitated or whether the head of the man was carrying belonged to his mother. An autopsy was underway Monday on the body of Tina Marie Webb, who was 59, the same day that her son, 36-old Joshua Lee Webb, was booked on charges of murder and attempted murder in the case. He has not yet made a court appearance. The gruesome chain of events unfolded into two tiny rural towns once known for logging about 30 miles or 48 kilometers south of Portland and sent shockwaves through Estacada, where most people knew the white-haired checkout clerk for his warmth and quick sense of humor. David Webb, the father of Joshua Lee Webb, sobbed as he struggled to process his wife's death and his son's arrest in one horrible day. Joshua Webb had vision problems and received Social Security payments, his father said. He lived at home so his parents could care for him, his father said, adding that they had recently bought him a dog because he wanted one. His mother had said she believed her son was depressed, but David Webb said he never saw any indication of that when he spoke with his son. Well, maybe parents should watch their kids a little bit more closely. Wow, Netflix is preparing to screw customers over big time, or bigly as it was. Netflix is testing a price hike that would increase prices by as much as 20% per month. From Yahoo, Netflix is among a small handful of companies that are known far and wide for having decidedly pro-consumer policies. Needless to say, that's a rare characteristic among businesses in the technology and consumer services industries. Netflix regularly fights for pro-consumer causes such as net neutrality, and the company has never been shy in voicing its opinions. At the moment, however, the company is testing a new policy that is the exact opposite of pro-consumer. In fact, some people out there might consider it to be the most anti-consumer move Netflix has ever made. Even when Netflix has raised its prices in the past, most users shrugged it off as a necessity for the company. After all, Netflix is a publicly traded corporation with a responsibility to shareholders as well as to its customers, but the company is currently running a test in Australia that can be shrugged off. In its essence, the new Netflix policy would hike the monthly price of Netflix service for anyone who signs up during the most popular time period for Netflix binge watching. As first reported by The Australian, Netflix is trialing a new policy that will increase the monthly subscription cost by as much as $3 for users who sign up over the weekend. So users who sign up a new Netflix account over the weekend would be charged $9.99 instead of $8.99 a month for the basic plan. The standard plan would rise from $11.99 to $13.99 a month, and the premium plan would increase $14.99 to $17.99 a month. So, I would say one thing to Netflix and to the corporations that push their propaganda: they can kiss my ass. I've never paid for a movie or any of their BS propaganda for approximately 5 years for this reason. The Kodi box. Now, Kodi is a pirated system that is free. You basically buy this box here, which is the same one I have, which works great. Had it for 5 years, never paid a dime, other than what the box costs. I think it costed like $150 one-time fee. But to the propaganda, if I must watch television and if I must watch propaganda, you can damn well please that I'm not going to pay for it. So this is the answer. Bye-bye Netflix. Well. Washington Post had no problems when Obama offered to share Syria intel with Russians. We see the hypocrisy once again. U.S. offers to share Syria intelligence on terrorists with Russia. Here's a little bit more for that article. U.S. offers to share Syria intelligence on terrorists with Russia. The newspaper reported that the Obama administration had offered Russia what it was calling advanced information sharing that does not include joint military planning, targeting, or coordination with U.S. airstrikes or other operations in Syria. According to the Post, the Obama offer came with conditions. The Obama administration has offered to help Russia improve its targeting of terrorist groups in Syria if Moscow will stop bombing civilians and opposition fighters who have signed onto a ceasefire and use its influence to force Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to do the same, the story reported. State Department spokesman John Kirby said at the time, according to the Post, "We've made no bones about the fact that if Russians, with their military presence in Syria, prove to be willing to focus those efforts against Daesh, then that's a conversation we would be willing to have." Yet no one called this man a Russian agent. No one said he should be impeached for dealing with Russia. So we see the double standard once again, and how disgusting it is, but luckily we see right through it, don't we? We are not buying that BS.